venture grant is an award that students are able to apply for to pursue their usually academic or otherwise personal interest. For our venture grant, we chose to study the Mesoamerican Biological Corridor, which is encompassing of 8 countries in Central America. And it basically is a corridor that connects a bunch of protected areas and parks and tries to basically allow these resources like animals or other wildlife to span these different areas.
I think our goal was mostly to see an environmental agreement or initiative that was in the process. So it was really fascinating as someone who works with, on an international political economy scale, looking at with a minor in environmental issues, seeing how these two areas overlap.
Working in Costa Rica, it was overall a very positive experience. They were very helpful and very friendly.
We met with NGOs, environmental ministry employees. We met with some scientists as well, looking to get opinions and ideas from people from different parts of this overall initiative.
The process of applying for a grant in and of itself was valuable because we learned what you need to do and that you don't always get it right on your first try. And meeting deadlines, applying for funding, I think it's just a great skill to have.
It definitely enriched my experience. I mean, the fact that I have independent research study on my resume, my employers, they've loved it every time I bring it up in an interview. I mean, I definitely think it's not only helped me pursue something that we were both passionate about, but also it's, I think, going to help me in the future.
So as part of giving back to the CC community for allowing us the opportunity to do this research, we're going to put on a presentation of what we studied about the Mesoamerican Biological Corridor in the Spanish House, and maybe cook some Costa Rican food for them and just share the process of the venture grant and doing our research.
In my mind, a venture grant is an opportunity to take your education into your own hand in a way that you couldn't do in the classroom. I applied for a venture grant to go up to Alaska and observe the Northern Lights. More specifically, I wanted to conduct a multidisciplinary inquiry into the Northern Lights, their role in the history of indigenous people, but also the physics and the astronomy behind the phenomenon. And I also wanted to investigate the role of art and the artist's perspective. The Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis, is kind of an atmospheric phenomenon that occurs when high-energy photons from the sun travel down the Earth's geomagnetic lines and converge around the pole. And when these high-energy photons collide with the atmosphere, they excite the electrons, and when you excite electrons, they go up an energy level and emit light. When we weren't observing the lights, just going around Fairbanks and hearing people talk about their research, but at night we would go up and stay from probably 11 to 2 in the morning up in the mountains, just photographing the aurora. The last night I was there, it was the most spectacular one that I've ever seen. You could see it with the naked eye, and it was like actually kind of dancing across the sky, and it was this incredibly vivid green. The venture grant embodies the core values at CC. I felt like my trip was very much in that spirit of being unique, intellectually stimulating, and very much an adventure for me. All of my areas of interest in the academic world, but also artistically, kind of converged to draw it together in a way that was exciting and interesting and meaningful for me.
But all the songs people sing